Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 158. Let's get myself and going back to my roots. We'll have to take two races in Sunday Cup at Tokyo Expressway and the additional race at Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi as well as part of January 2025 update. On the event directory, it turns out to go by additional to have some new races due to the main update content has now already arrived before moving on in February. But this will have to get down to have some two races is about to go on Tokyo Expressway and Kyoto Driving Park. We'll have to take a basic on the reintroduction to have some three races after the first day since 2022 by March 4. Time for me to go old-fashioned and switching up to have a different vehicle to go acquired by the date to have 18 vehicles from my first Gran Turismo as a demo. I'll have to pick and go for the Toyota Sprinter Terreno 1600 GT Apex 886 1983 and give a good comfort medium compound tires. We'll be adding up and go for the comfort soft tires as well. That should do well. And one more thing, to have a sports hard compound tires to be adding up to be purchased by 2500 GT credit entered and give a good ordinary tire improvement without any tuning parts after 3 races to go by main introduction. Turns out very well after part 157 at Grand Valley Highway 1 Reverse and Mount Panorama in Racer Turbo Sports Car. Turns out I just really might need to have some few events to go for the Encore and the others that I never completed before because of the main participation focus in every weekly challenges. But I'm sure of it, I'm always have to go to Tokyo Expressway and get myself to have another round in the Encore to have some few road cars, including T Yamanaka is about to go driving with a 2016 Toyota Hi-Ace Band DX. Let's give him one tip of the interaction and explain the details about the Hi-Ace Band. Hey there, I'm Tomoaki Yamanaka from Japan. Today, I'll be racing in the Toyota Hi-Ace Band DX. One of Toyota's most international cars, the Hi-Ace is used as a commercial vehicle all over the world. Naturally, I can't be hauling anything for this race if I want to come out on top. You'll be doing well good to be driving a good van, Yamanaka. I see you right now on the 10th position and all the other drivers to go with a Japanese compact, including with the Mazda Atenza Sedan XD-L package. So there's me on the 12th position and the 11th position driver on the Suzuki Jeepney XC. I have to buckle up, get ready, and radar will be switched up before the countdown by 3 seconds. We'll be climbing up to go normal drive in first place to get there as Yamanaka to take the 10th to be driving on the Hi-Ace Band. Just here comes the first turn. Got to go on the basic line, and comfort medium tires will be going well basic for normal. Just have to keep it nice and tight. Going old fashioned and go with the 8.6 is the right pick to have 18 cars ever since to be on the vehicle import to be on the way from my first GT to GT7. But you guys really have to watch the 4th part of the mini walkthrough when I'm playing my first Gran Turismo to get yourself prepared to have a stage of introduction to be participate on 3 license centers on National B, National A, and International B license along with the races and time trials. But eventually, practice run is going to be well basic to explain about the details and descriptions about the 18 vehicles to be specifically to go with the American, Japanese, or European. But it takes a lot of hard work out there just for myself after taking a progress and do a WIP work in live stream. So here it goes. Just have to keep it nice and tight. Overtake the Suzuki Swift Sport 2007. Coming in and pass on the Toyota Prius G. That's good, basic, and well drivable to be overtaken with the 2014 Honda Fit Hybrid. Just almost there on the first lap, and I have a good eye on the Mazda Atenza Sedan. Just like that, and right kind of a road car that you really need to choose for a better kind of horsepower to be over by 125. So it's on to the final lap. Just have to get there and go on the main chase of the one-on-one showdown for the sedan versus the classic 8.6 Terreno. Okay, the Atenza is doing well by packing up a good basic defense. Just wait for it inside the first tunnel and proceed in sector 2. Alright, very nice and good with the old-fashioned, and this segment is all about that I'm about to go with 18 vehicles for the GIF icon, since my first GT is all about to do some basic introduction. Just like day 1, and this would be quite very good to have a nice jump start for every Gran Turismo players, including 3 pre-order packs to have some iconic to have a Nations Cup specific on the Toyota GR Yaris RC High Performance. Now I'm in the lead, and I'll have to go for a basic drive defense to go up and stay maintained by almost 2 seconds. It's gonna be up in 150 kilometers and going in directly right back at sector 4. Okay, it's gonna be on the dusk. Perfect time to go finish line, and let's go for having a final turn to go on the right. Just keep it nice and slow. Good clean pass and good cornering. Alright, that's good. First place for the 8.6 Terreno, and good basic without having a good customized livery or custom parts. But instead, if you already know about the Sunday Cup is going to be quite good to be in a piece of cake, just try and get a better kind of a rail-going vehicle without upgraded parts. This is where new Gran Turismo players comes in to have some 2 new races to be additional after Autodrome Lago Maggiore Center, Broadbean Raceway, and Northern Iso Speedway. Second lap has now doing well cleared by a minute, 50.142 seconds, and total time in 3 minutes, 45.614 seconds. That's 1 down and 1 to go. But good example to have a 40,500 GT credit to go on a clean lace bonus after having a minor warm-up practice by 0.4 miles and adding up by 5.9 equals into 6.4. So do the math, and just might need to do 1 race only if you're good enough to become as a clean racer. Now let's do the replay and just give around by a minute and 30 seconds to go for a capture thumbnail image. Okay, take place in the 3rd tunnel. Just wait for it and have a good scene perspective before coming in on the front view for a close-up. Alright, very good. And very much more exactly to have the Honda Fit Hybrid and Toyota Prius G. That would be obliged to have a good content replay for my journey. So there you go. Let's go to Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi for race number 2, and additional for round 5 in Sunday Cup, we'll get myself to switch to a different vehicle, and recommendably to have a good Mazda Roadster S ND Model 2015. Quick way to go there and have a good way access to have a good additional event to have a nice cover with a Toyota C-HRS 2018. Minimum reward to go by price by 20,000 GT credit and 4 laps around the track, which is very good, well basic to have a nice kind of a roadster for only 1 SUV vehicle to be welcome to the game. But much more exactly to have a different amount of performance to go basic up and have over 100 horsepower to have a drivetrain layout to be specifically between the FF, FR, all-wheel drive, or mid-engine layout. But probably this is going to be the all-time moment since we just enjoyed playing my first Gran Turismo in the same track, and very well featured to go basic up for having a nice kind of a roadster to be set and go on the main stage. Looks like Takuma Sasaki is here in the first position and driving with a 2018 C-HRS is now on the grid. Let's give a good description, detail, and interaction. Hi there, I'm Takuma Sasaki from Japan. Today, I'll be driving Toyota's vision for the global market, the C-HR. The first thing you'll notice about this car is its styling. It's an SUV, but it also looks cool like a sports car. In fact, a prototype of this car even competed in the Nürburgring 24 hours, so it was clearly built to race. The Prius delivered hybrid offers incredible fuel efficiency, making it not just strong and stylish, but economical too. If there ever was a car to meet the driver's needs of today's drivers, it's the C-HR. Clearly much more understandable and quite improved to have a hybrid SUV vehicle to become as an FF drivetrain layout. But welcome aboard to the Toyota C-HRS 2018 in Gran Turismo 7, and very good to be on the full drive mode after taking your first hands-on impression at Central Loop on Tokyo Expressway. Let's see how it turns out, and go for having a rolling start to have a nice outfit with the comfort soft tires and be on the 8th position by 3 seconds to go green and bring out the good tune of the music. First turn coming in, time for me to go basic and old school driving racing. Alright, there we go. Just keep that good line check on turn 1 and coming in closer to have two road cars on the Honda Beat 1991 and the Fit Hybrid 2014 in Sector 2. Turn 3 and 4 is doing well. Just keep it steady up and counter up by a motion of steering sensitivity. Now mark on the brake at turn 5. Just have to go up in the 4th position. Takuma Sasaki is doing well to have a good pack-up defense when driving the C-HRS 2018. First lap is about to go clear and moving up forward to be in the total gap by 4.6 seconds as I'm about to go entered in lap 2. Okay, just keep it well steered up and drive it normal. There's Imaki in the Toyota Prius G 2009 on the dirt. Just have to get closer to him, deaccelerate, and go flow turning direction on turn 3 and 4 again. Alright, just like that. Just only have 2 more cars to go. One for the gas-powered Atenza, and one hybrid C-HR is still in the lead. Faster lap time by 56.153. Just have to keep going by 1 standard of improvement. Mark it on the dirt lap. Only 1.4 seconds left. Just have to find a good line and keep racing up to go clean. Mazda Atenza sedan is overtake, and that means for the Roadster S and D model, we'll have to take on with the Toyota C-HR. Alright, Takuma Sasaki, I'll be your challenger, and here comes right back at the third sector. Okay, pretty well basic for a Roadster FR layout and SUV FF drivetrain layout. Just have to go for a little bit more slipstream, and final lap is on the way. Same time in 0.370 seconds, and coming in to have a first position in the lead by approaches to be already in at turn 1. Just have to give a basic drive and go for a mindful relax. This is the only way to go novice is to 5. Work it all the way. See? Just like that. And give the kind of a road car is the perfect example without tuning parts as an upgrade since day 1. But tires only is the best way to purpose that you have to go and master it between yourself and the car is all about doing your teamwork. And there it is, viewers. First place by a good mark of participation without entered and competing the weekly challenges. by having the first week of February, we might have to take a good highlight, a reminder, and that's how Roll car always have to keep it well basic to have a nice well stage of introduction. First place, 3 minutes, 37.886 seconds, and faster lap time by 52.892 seconds. 52.892 seconds. Wonderful and good, outstanding to have a nice potential for a Japanese roll car from the 86 Terreno and go with a NT model of the Roadster S. 30,000 credits has earned to go for double up by 50% to be adding up by 10 and additional by 20,000 equals into 30,000. But the map is going to be quite good to be result as a calculation if you are about to become as a good clean racer. 5.2 miles has added and make it equal into 11.6. Let's do the replay and adjusted playback by round in 2 minutes and 40 seconds to be take place at turn 6 at the end of lap number 3. There it is right now to have a Roadster in second place, followed by with a Toyota C-HR in the lead. Final lap and current label placement is get down on turn 1. Hopefully, if I had to be doing a masterpiece to have a good thumbnail image, it's all about be creative is a good key of success. But it's about to get blurry, might need to go for zoom in to get a little bit slower. Okay, that should do enough, and Roadster by the first, SUV FF drivetrain hybrid in the second, and a Tensa sedan in the third. That should do a perfect masterpiece to have a content replay with the image, just to be quite good to have a shape of real car example to see how it turns out to make it much more naturally and go beautiful, as I'm about to be on the way to the GT Cafe to have a car collection menu on the extra in Red Bull X Series race car. But it takes a few minutes. I just need to go for a masterpiece artwork to have this content video to become as my own complete edition. That's how it is. It's always about to have a good ways to be a well original to have a one good creator just like all the other artists and designers. But more importantly, this is going to be the best time to have the segment to have 11 cars on the menu to go extra up to be serving. So currently to be stopped after number 32 on the extra on Lexus, number 33 in Red Bull X Series. Collect some Red Bull X Series cars, which are concept vehicles produced by Gran Turismo in partnership with Red Bull Racing. 6-star roulette ticket has acquired and all had to be received rewards. Congratulations, you got all 3 cars. This completes your Red Bull X Series collection. Once you collect your present, I got some stories to tell you about these cars. Red Bull Perfection. This is going to be a very good kind to have 2 variants of the Red Bull X 2014 Junior, Standard, and the X 2019 Competition. Collection, Red Bull X Series Complete, and 6-star roulette ticket by having a requirement to go by additional price in the extra menu. So here comes the narrative story, and that brings out to have a good virtual race car in every Gran Turismo games. It wasn't long after the first car was invented that people became obsessed with how fast they could go. The first petrol power car was revealed to the world in 1886 and less than 10 years later in 1895. The world's first official automotive race was held in Paris, France. Since then, for more than a century, we have been pushing cars to the very limit of speed. Gran Turismo has played a part in this historic challenge with its Red Bull X Series race cars. Developed in partnership with Red Bull Racing, best known for its involvement in F1, and Adrian Newey, the esteemed race car designer behind several F1 masterpieces. The X Series unlocked the most thrilling speeds for the world's top drivers. as evidenced by countless victories at the Gran Turismo World Series Championship. Created to realize our collective need for speed, the X Series has rewritten the history of motorsports. Now that's a very good short story about the 3 cars that have a Red Bull X Series race car between the X2014 Junior Standard and the X2019 competition to be built and designed for GTWS Nations Cup. But bravo, and give this good rarity choice to have a much more fine extra menu just like the road going racer. So next up, we're having a good part of continuation in part 159 is Nissan Motorsport for extra menu number 34. And that's not all. I really had to be sure to have some list of events that I'm about to go to have a continuation, to have a round of encore, or the other that I never come here before to be on the label of participation. But I'll have to leave it to myself, and I'll have to be sure to have an update to put my list. We'll go extra on additional as I'm about to wrap it up before at the end. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Deepnet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone who will join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with a super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.